Hello everyone, welcome back to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. We just finished our second job, and now we're off to the farm. Off to the farm. Well, first what we're going to do, we're going to sneak around a little bit in the second zone. On the off chance that there's some more loot to be found in chests. That's where we killed the Milch monster. Milch Road monster, something like that. Yeah, we bought them new armor, so I'm curious to see how it works out now. Well, that won't tell me anything. Oh, we're being very dodgy. That's good. Oh, not bad. We shaved about 20 points off of the damage that was getting inflicted. They were doing around 50 last time. So it's a solid defensive boost. Killing critters. Though I did have to trade in a lot of Sepith to do it. Which I'm not the happiest about. Doesn't look like there's anything. Let's at the bridge then. Hello! Since the Alliance 5 p.m. there, we many travels on the road. That's why guarding the checkpoint is so boring. I'm excited about this job as the chief. Well, CWO Ashton. Well, Estelle and Joshua too. Hello, Chief Warden Officer. Hello, Chief Warden Officer Ward Ashton. It's been a while since we last met. Yes, it has. So I've heard my boy Luke caused you a lot of trouble, did he? And I'm so ashamed as a father. I'm sure it's perfectly normal for a boy his age to be naughty like that. But even I ran around the side of town when I was young. Youth. Yes, yeah, you're supposed to be a girl. Haha, you're certainly full of energy as usual. I wish I could get back to rolling more often. Has been long since I took this post, and for the moment there's nothing to do. Well, not a lot to do. You know what I mean. Oh. I was gonna say, I could just go around your fort there. Hello. Private Harold, I've just stationed you recently. I had been working on a farm, but decided to enlist in the Royal Army. Well, alright. Alright, well that was a little side trip. More critters to kill. No, we're gonna craft. Dual strike. And then she finishes it off. Yeah, good teamwork, you two. Yeah, buying the boots has definitely increased their dodge rate. Yeah, the level up has certainly helped too.
That's that then. Let's move out.
I guess if it comes to it, I could do some grinding off screen for this game. Let's heal you up. Nope, no treasure chests. A great and terrible shame. What kind of town is this where there isn't just random treasure chests lying on the road? Truly, this must be the boonies. Oh, hold on. Tear bomb. And a surprise attack. Kill him! Kill him with fire! Well, aw, you missed. You would miss. And they would miss. Yes! Double powers.
We're good to go.
There we are, let's go in. Aww. It even sounds peaceful. But there's supposed to be some horrible monsters here. So, no matter where we come here, this place is always so tranquil. It's hard to imagine monsters running amok here. I certainly don't sense anything out of the ordinary either. Anyway, let's go ask someone here to fill us in on the details. I wonder if Tio is home today. What do we got here? Nope. Can't. Nope. Oh, well. Somebody would let me investigate them. But nope. Just running on their stuff. Birds! Yes! Oh, hello. Got their own little greenhouses. It's awfully fancy. Hey, kids. Oh, Joshua and Estelle. Hi, Cher. How have you been? No, your mom and dad are. They're not home right now. Tia's outside if you want to talk to her, though. Alright, well, nope. Want to talk to that? Hello, boy. It's Joshua. Do you come to play with me? I wish I had the time, but I'm afraid today I'm here for work. Work? That's no fun if we can't play. Haha, maybe later if there's time. The kids here really like you, Joshua. Yeah, they don't like you, because you're a jerk. Just kind of looking around, exploring the place. Talking to the cows. Alright, Tio. Hi, Tio! It's been a while, hasn't it? Estelle, and Joshua, too. Do you guys come for a visit? Not exactly. We're here on bracer business. I've heard that you've been having some trouble with monsters. Estelle and Joshua explained that they are here to do their father's work because he is away. You finished all your training? That's wonderful news. Maybe you can help after all. So there really are monsters giving you trouble then? Regrettably, that's been the case for the past several days now, thanks to which I'm suffering from a lack of sleep. Which means the monsters only come out at night. You're very perceptive, Joshua. It'd be better to get all the detail from your father, though. Imagine he should be back from delivering the milk and vegetables any time now. Alright, well then let's go inside his little house. Housey house. Yeah, they are. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mr. Perzel. How's everyone getting on these days? Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, what brings you to our neck of the woods? Do you come to see Tio? We're actually just chatting with her outside. To tell you the truth, we are on an errand today from the Bracer Guild. Estelle hands Mr. Perzel the guild referral, and Joshua explains they are taking over for the father while he is away. Is that so? I mean, that was a very vital document that we gave us. But do you think the job is a little too dangerous just for two of you to handle? I agree, it'd be terrible if one of you got hurt. Not like those other suckers. I'm glad when they get hurt. Don't sweat it, we're bracers after all. And taking care of monsters is right up our alley. The guild has even authorized us to carry out this task. If you wouldn't mind leaving it to us, we'd be more than grateful. Well, alright then. Alright. Go ahead and have at it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Perzel. Could you tell us a little about the monsters that have been wrecking your fields? I haven't begun to get a clear look at one yet, but they seem to be something like a chubby cat. So I can tell 3 or 4 appeared at night to raid our fields, gnawing anything they can get their grubby little paws on. They don't seem a threatening example, but they're extremely nimble. Tried many times to capture them over the course of the last several nights, but to no avail. Sounds like a pretty strange bunch of creatures, if you ask me. Since they'll appear under the cover of night, we'll have to wait for it to get dark. Then how about taking a load off until then? Assuming you join us for dinner, right? You said the magic word! You bet I will. I'm a huge fan of your cooking, Miss Virgil. I can't wait! You sure know how to please a woman who spends a lot of time toiling the kitchen. I don't know. That's a little odd sentence there. Anyways, and for that, I'll whip you up something special to live up to your expectations. Nightfall. Under the cover of darkness. So much milk. Oh, that was delicious. Your mom's cooking as good as ever, Tio. Ah, that's because she gets excited to cook whenever we have guests over for meals. I really feel bad for Joshua, though. The little one's jumping all over him like that. Haha, it's probably a good thing. Surprisingly enough, kids tend to latch onto him a lot. If anything, I'm more blown away by the fact that the children enjoy playing with such a stick in the mud. I think that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, don't you? He's definitely courteous and maybe a tad reserved, but if you get to know him, he's really a caring young man. The fact that he's not self-conscious about it, too, gives him points in my book. You really think so? Think about it, with those striking facial features, mysterious amber eyes, and lush black hair. Wait, your hair's pretty lush, too. It's only natural that he'd be a target for all the young girls. Like me. Is Joshua really that popular? Are you blind, Estelle? Rumor has it there's more than just a few girls who've asked to go out with him. They turn them all down, though. I wonder why. Could there perchance be a crazy brunette that he likes? I had no idea. Josh never said a word of it to me about it. I don't know how I'd even begin to describe his secretive nature after hearing this, but how utterly cruel of him not to confide in me. If you were a boy, I imagine it would be a different story, but as a girl, I don't think there's something he would talk to you about. And the fact that you haven't fallen for him yourself is beyond me. Huh? Why would I? Estelle, you're in there, aren't you? It's about time to do our rounds. Alright, I'm coming. Be back after Josh and I get the job done, Tio. I'd like to hear this conversation then, okay? Oh, alright, but be careful out there, Estelle. That girl's either completely out of touch with matters of the heart or just plain dense. Tio, I'm gonna give you a little secret here. It's the second one, though. She's very dense. Poor Josh, really has work cut out for him. Aww, true love is obviously between the two. It seems as though the monsters have always shown up about this time. Better get inside and take a look around. Good. What's going on, Estelle? I've got to ask, Joshua. You happen to have any secrets you're not telling me about, do you? Come on now. Why are you coming up with all this stuff? Since you came to live with us, we've always done everything together, right? Even though we've had our fair share of fights, they're all good memories for me now, and what I mean to say is, I've come to think of you as family in every sense of the word. Estelle. So is there anything on your mind that you'd like to talk about? I'm available to lend an ear. About things like trouble with your love life or whatnot. You know, changes that happen to a boy. What are you trying to say? Dad already gave me the talk. Nothing. Just want to let you know that I'm here to listen if you need someone to talk to, that's all. Turn up and get out there and kick some monster butt. Well, obviously they've set the relationship between these two. What kind of nonsense is Tio putting in that girl's head? Secrets, huh? Though they're adopted brother and sister. It's obviously set up. Wow, it's really dark out here in the countryside. So, Joshua, how do you think we should go about making the rounds? Let's see. We start by checking each house around the house first, and then move on to the fields, stable, and greenhouses. People cover the entire farm by doing it this way. All right, let's go. Nope, nothing there. Nope. Hello. Should have figured monsters when brother coming in here. The glow of the orb sure gave this place a romantic ambiance. Makes me feel like it's all worthwhile just setting foot in here. You're definitely a ditz, Estelle. At least it's better than being dense like someone I know. You're really the dense one. Nope, still nothing. Aha! Critters? No. It's awfully quiet. All I hear is the bugs chirping. It doesn't look like they've shown up yet. I wonder if they're aware of our presence. Hey, Joshua. Did anyone ever tell you that story as a kid? You know, the one about babies being born in a cabbage patch? No, there's another question entirely out of the blue. And no, it's all about an angel with silver wings who delivers them. Interesting. So the explanation for where babies come from differs depending on the region, huh? How about we get back to work? Later I'll teach you where babies really come from. Okay! Alright, well that's that. Anything up here? Anything over here? Anything... Aha! Ah? No monsters here. Alright, let's keep moving. Where else? Oh. Psst, look! There we go. Oh, it's like a little evil raccoon of death. Meow! Oh, that's adorable. It's getting away! Kill it! Burn it with fire! Hey, get back here, you little furball. I can still sense his presence. Staying put on the fire for the moment. Oh, good, because it's about to get caught. I got him! It's time to teach this critter a lesson. Here's where our job really starts, so stay alert and don't let your guard down. Crop Muncher.
Let's do this!
Yeah, super attack. This should take care of that guy. Munch on those crops. Oh, that was good. Strength up pummel. Aw, I was hoping I'd kill it. Ah, well. These monsters aren't very tough. Nope, not tough at all. Wow. That was disappointingly easy. A lot of experience, though. Dirty carrots. Yay! We killed them all. Aw, meow. Mew. My goodness, the work of our bracer is something else. You kids have done a fine job rounding up these critters. Tee, it was nothing really. I want to ask you, though, now that you've caught them, what do you plan on doing with them? I don't really want to kill them. Now that you've given these critters a good thrashing, I don't think they'll cause any more trouble. Estelle, how's that going to benefit anyone if we show these creatures any mercy now? We do a job to exterminate the monsters, remember? But... In any case, we're here to do a job in Dad's place. If the same thing happens again, well, you have to save yourself. I see what you're getting at, but... You know, it was only some vegetables that were damaged. What do you think about letting it slide this time? You know, taking a beating like that, I'm sure they've learned their lesson. Dear Miss Purcell! But in this case, I strongly suggest otherwise. I myself am against killing them too. It's after then, the fact of the matter is, we're all just living beings trying to survive in the same land. To some degree, I think we need to be mindful of these creatures living around us, go about their daily lives. I know you disagree with me, Joshua, but do you mind sparing these creatures just this once? Understood. This is coming from the ones who suffer the actual loss. I won't object to your request. I'm really sorry about this, Joshua. No, I had you two come all the way up here. Make sure to reinforce the fence and devise a way to prevent this from happening again. But that's that. Alright, critters, you better count your blessings. If I catch one again, you'll be so lucky. Now scram! Oh, but they're adorable. Well, I'll consider the matter closed. It's been a long night. Now we head back in the house and hit the sack. You're more than welcome to spend the night. Sounds good to me. I appreciate your hospitality. Aw, that's nice. Man, I'm beat. It's really late, so how about we hit the sack? Joshua? What's wrong? I'm sorry. I made the situation really awkward for everyone. Huh? Are you talking about what happened back outside? Don't sweat it. I guarantee nobody thought anything of it. Really, your judgment was the most sound of anyone's. No, it wasn't. I'm just cold-hearted and indifferent as all. Even now, I still think we shouldn't have shown any mercy and simply put those creatures out of their misery. Unlike you and Tio, I don't feel any compassion. It's at times like this that I really begin to loathe myself. It's almost as if there's something wrong with me as a person. Haha! Maybe some part of my heart is broken or something. Joshua! Don't you dare say things like that about yourself. Estelle? I've watched almost everything you've done for the past 5 years, and I'm confident saying that I know your strength and weakness better than anyone else. Probably more than you yourself. I'd like you to just disregard everything with a bunch of nonsense. I don't want to hear you say you're broken again. I'm sorry. It's foolish of me to say that. As long as you understand what you said, that's what really matters. But believe it or not, I'm sorry to hear you admit how you felt. Why? You're real poppin', Joshua, so you always try to keep your feelings locked up inside. Whenever you're troubled or worried, just go around with this nonchalant look trying to fix everything by yourself. It's a little upsetting for someone supposed to be your family. Stella. Joshua, you're able to lay or bear your own weaknesses today. You learn to trust in someone other than yourself. For that, I'm happy. I don't know what your point is, but I'm amazed that you could just stand there and say something embarrassing as that. Ha! Got a lot more where that came from, but I will just call it a night. While the sun is running out, ready to drop. Alright then, have a good night, Estelle, and thanks. You're welcome, Joshua. Sleep tight. Aww. Well, that was nice. A little moment between them all. Thank you both. You all did a great service. And once again, I apologize for things not turning out the way they should have. Please don't worry about it anymore. We all did learn a lot from this experience ourselves. If there's anything else we can help with in the future, please let the Bracing Guild know. That'll definitely be the first place we contact. Come and visit us sometime when you're free, okay? We'd love to have you over again for the night when things are more convenient for you. Thanks for the invitation, Tio, Miss Frizzle. Definitely. We'll definitely come back to take you up on that when our workload settles down. Alright. Damn it, game! I'd like to save now. Alright, how about we head back to the guild? If we report this one, we can start on the next. Sounds like a plan. On to the next one. There we are. We're going to save the game now. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a great night.